What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mojo Homestead. We have another weekend where Cass is actually gone this weekend again with the girls to their last dance competition, which can't exactly say I'm sad about, but it does mean that Joe and I are flying solo again, and we've got a lot that needs to get done. Got a lot of errands. We already ran one. Also have to go get animal feed and a couple other things. Joe had baseball pictures, so just a lot going on this weekend on the homestead. What I'm hoping to do, my goal, is to be able to get the BNTP completely finished, get it in place, and get our garden planted with all of our plant starts. We really need to get them in the ground. Our lows from here on out in the foreseeable long-term forecast are like 50 or above. So definitely feel comfortable getting those in the ground. So that's what we're going to be working on this weekend. There's also a couple of other exciting things, or at least things that I'm excited about, that have happened and are going to be happening this weekend, which I'll share later. Before we go any further though, I want to invite you guys to join along on this journey. If you have not already hit subscribe, we would love for you to do that. Become a part of our YouTube family. That's really what we see our subscribers as. Also, if you have not connected with us on Facebook, we've got just sort of a community page that we do. It's called Homesteading from Scratch. It's actually posted in the description of every single one of our videos. Join us over there if you haven't found us there yet. It's just a way to help build community. We do highs and lows on there every single week with everybody. So it's more geared towards that type stuff, just to get fellow homesteaders, like-minded people, a place to come together and interact just as you would if we were hanging out. So be sure to check us out over there as well. All right, so we are making the BNTP. This is not going to be like a step-by-step how-to, but I will share with you guys how we're doing it. So we've got 8 young trees that we cut down, and I'm just going to cut these branches off, and then we are going to lash them together. Now, when you're doing a TP and lashing for that, it really does get difficult if you try to do more than 4. We've got 8. I think 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, maybe we have 7, but 8. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is just lash 4 together and then lean the other 4, 3, 4, however many it is, up against it and tie it all together at the top. So one thing that Joe wanted to experiment with this year is peanuts. So we went and bought peanuts. We found them at a local kind of bulk seed store, feed and seed type place, and that's what he's working on back there in the garden.
Okie dokie, artichoke. We're pulling these up because they're all done and planting peanuts here. So I'm measuring, and if you're doing it like this, you gotta do 5. But if you're doing it like this, you could do 3. And you poke a hole about that deep, and just poke it like this. And you drop a peanut seed in there, and then you cover it up, and that's it. And this is what a peanut seed looks like. I wanted to grow peanuts because we wouldn't have to buy it at the store, and we don't have to waste our money just buying peanuts at the store.
All right, guys, so I got my string. We are using not a rope, but nylon string, because rope can actually expand and contrast, so your lashing can get loose or really tighten up. Tightening up isn't a big deal, but you don't want it to be loose. I'm just gonna tie a clove hitch, and then we're going to lash these 4 together. All right, I think that looks pretty good. You know, not bad for a first time attempt. I will probably only be able to add 2 more sticks to this, but that should be good. I'm definitely gonna have to get something to stand on in order to tie them off up there. This is gonna be really cool. Okay. So one of mine is a little bit short, this guy right here. And so I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. I gotta figure that out. Oh, come on. But this one up top is not gonna be an issue at all. All right, so next is using these branches that we cut off of these trees to create those lateral supports for the vines. Again, it's not so much for the structural support as it is for the support of the vines, so that it gives them something to climb up, hold on to, and really create that enclosure that we're looking for. So let's get started. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. So that's gonna be it for today. I gotta get inside and make supper. Definitely giving today a thumbs up for success. Good morning, guys. Next day. Whoa, you're gonna have to excuse my hair. I haven't even looked in the mirror this morning. One of the things that has happened this week and this weekend is goat related, and that was the one thing I referred to earlier that I am really excited about. We sold 2 of our goats, and we've actually sold 3, but 2 have already gone, and then the other one is getting picked up today by Lisa and Charlie over at Homesteading in Hungary. And then it sounds like the last 2 bucks we may have sold have been texting back and forth with somebody that we know last night and kind of discussing details and working that out. And it does sound like they are probably going to get them. They are actually going to use them as not really pets, but more brush control. They have a lot of area in the back of their property that just, he doesn't want to have to continue to upkeep it. They just want all the underbrush kept down. And weathered bucks are the perfect goods for that because you can get them cheaper, and they're really not going to serve much point once you weather them. But they are great at keeping all that brush down. So really excited about all of that. It's kind of bittersweet when the babies leave, but it really is kind of nice when we have less mouths to feed. All right, guys, most wonderful time of the year right here. We have got our tomatoes. There are, not all of them came up, but we probably got 65 in here. Got a couple of tomatoes in this one as well. Squash plants that are actually putting on flowers already. We desperately got to get these things in the ground. We got some nasturtiums, basil, peppers, more tomatoes, and then we have seeds that we're gonna plant, like beans and stuff like that. So we got a lot to do. As we've explained in some other videos, we're just kind of doing a chaotic planting, as I'm calling it. So just a bunch of stuff everywhere. I decided yesterday to do 1 tomato on either side of the BNTP and let them kind of grow and ramble in there with the beans. But other than that, we don't really have a plan. We are going to keep okra on the outside of the garden because the variety we have does get fairly big. But yeah, other than that, we're just kind of planting here, there, and everywhere. Joe, you gonna help? We have to get all of these in the ground first so that we know where we can plant. So we just need to kind of do what you were doing yesterday, pull weeds as we plant. But we're just kind of planting them everywhere. And we're gonna see how that does. So we got pretty much all of the garden done. Still got some stuff that we could get in there, but enough done for today for me to feel good about it. We're now planting all of Joe's peanuts. We got way more peanuts than I realized. So we're having to find areas to do it. So we are gonna try to plant them right here in the orchard. We did also get the potatoes covered with straw, which they were in desperate need of that because we did plant them shallow with the anticipation of being able to cover them with straw, and then never really got around to it. So glad that we got that done. Now it's just keeping the chickens out of it. But we've got a pretty wide section between two of the rows of potatoes, so we're gonna try peanuts there to see how they do in the orchard space. While we do that, we're gonna do highs and lows. I'm gonna see if I can get Joe to do it with me. We'll see. All right, so I'll go first. My high is definitely, finally, getting this garden planted. No, we're not really that late, but I just feel like it's been a long time coming. So that was a high. I think another high might be that the girls are in their final competition. Shh, don't tell them that's a high. My low, I think, is good shot. I don't know. It's been a really good week. So I think probably my low is just not having Cass or the girls here this weekend. It just always makes for a hard weekend. So, all right.
My high for today is that I have time with my dad,
Aww.
and that we finally have, we'll see how our peanuts do. And my low was that I miss my sisters and I might not grow.
The peanuts?
Yeah.
Oh, I think they're gonna grow.
Oh.
I think we're gonna have peanuts popping up everywhere
Yeah.
because I found out somebody was planting them everywhere.
Yay.
So thanks for joining us, coming along with us this weekend while we worked in the garden, got a TP built, got some peanuts planted, and all of that fun stuff. We appreciate you guys so much, and we hope that you have a great week and be blessed.